It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And the spotlight is on Justin Herbert. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Chargers and the Chiefs, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chargers coming out to take over, and it is Justin Herbert at quarterback CD, now in his 5th NFL campaign.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7. They run once more with Edwards. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The Chargers at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. That one complete to McConkey. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
And the Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. He's got it to the 43 here. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, a pretty nice effort.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Herbert now. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Well, the Chiefs offense going to make their way out, and at the helm, a now 3-time Super Bowl MVP in his 8th season in the NFL, it's Patrick Mahomes.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
The numbers on the ground for Pacheco last week, north of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Pretty good location there on that throw.
It really was, wasn't it? That was likely one where the receiver was either going to catch it or no one. Really good decision. And, boy, what a catch and move right there.
And a tough spot to get it over the middle. Now here's Mahomes. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
At the 34-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Incomplete. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A 1st down and then some. 36 yards.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. They run the option here on 1st and 10. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. More from L.A. in a moment. Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 7. Now it's Herbert. This is caught. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Josh Palmer, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
For the extra point, Cameron Dicker. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Well, now how about this return? A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here comes Mr. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, leading out this offense. There was a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time, and that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A gain of 18 on the play. And a first down, Chiefs.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
At the 38-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Now they'll bring Tony in motion left. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Pacheco. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. This now a 3rd and 4. In motion, the tight end. Here's Mahomes to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play. Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Chargers ready to take over. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Up the middle, it's Edwards. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Again, it's Edwards. Powering his way forward. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
10 at the 14-yard line.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Chargers first down.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Josh Palmer, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 14-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw is Mahomes. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. To throw, it's Mahomes. There's a short one caught by Uzama. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Mahomes now to throw. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Chargers' 45-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the first down, Chiefs.
In motion goes the tight end. Now Mahomes. And this one is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rice. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down. So on 4th down, Mahomes off. Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Butker's kick here is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold them to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving them the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
Mahomes to throw once more. That's complete to Tony. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 16-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw. Open man is Uzomah. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion right here. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. He'll wind up losing 10 there, a full 10 yards, so that one hurts. And it brings up 3rd and goal.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here's Justin Herbert and the rest of the Charger offense. He's thrown touchdown passes on his last 2 drives as he begins here, 1st and 10. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Short throw to Disley. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
It's 2nd and inches.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Checks this down to Edwards out of the backfield. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Edwards. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's Herbert. A quick throw, but incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the 1st down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking 1st down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a 1st down.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. First down, Kansas City.
In motion, the tight end. They'll look to throw now on first down. Pass incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And this will be caught by Brown. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. A quick throw caught by Rice. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now here's Mahomes. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt.
A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Herbert.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was, because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you've got to pull the ball from his arms.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
And he was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Short throw underneath to Hurst.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Herbert now.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
Now it's Herbert.
Over the middle and caught by McConkey.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we close out the first quarter of this season. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where it was the Jets who were able to come away with the win at home. Breece Hall, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Caleb Williams
excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. The Chargers were led in the first half by their star quarterback, Justin Herbert. He came out of the gate smoking hot with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes to help steer his guys towards this halftime lead. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
And that's a good job there of knuckling down as an offense. You're trying to avoid 3 and out at all costs. And after 2 straight incompletions, this one's on target, and they're able to keep the chains moving.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So here are the Chargers to take over. They'd lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At about the 32. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Open man right side. That's McConkey.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
13 yards on the play. And the Chargers first down.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the 50, here's Herbert.
That's caught right side by Palmer.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
The Chiefs offense set to go.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Got him in. It's Brown. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And the first down, Chiefs.
On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Award that tackle for loss to the linebacker, Denzel Perryman.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Mahomes going to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Mahomes now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The Chargers offense and Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
The Charger drive about to get going.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
At the 26-yard line.
To the left side, he's got McConkey.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
If there's ever anyone born to be an efficient slot receiver, it's Ladd McConkey. Gets in and out of breaks so well and creates excellent separation, and then after the catch, knows how to turn upfield and gain additional yardage.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Back to throw here, Herbert.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely, maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
At the 27-yard line.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that,
Still
Brandon.
second down.
That's just a free gift to the offense.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down.
Again, it's Pacheco.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Now Mahomes. Open man is Uzomah.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 10.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Here's Pacheco headed right.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
To throw, it's Mahomes. This will be caught by Brown.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Back to throw now on first down.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. More from L.A. in a moment. This 2nd and 4.
Now back to throw.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Now here's Mahomes.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
The Chargers offense and Gus Edwards heading onto the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying, but nothing that they have done has worked so far.
The Charger drive about to get going. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Now a handoff, Edwards. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Herbert. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on for the 5th time here today.
Hardman on the return.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That ball caught. It's Rice.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
A gain of 18 on the play. And a first down, Chiefs.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Brown. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut,
and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Looking to throw on second down. Mahomes got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Chiefs.
a give right side for Pacheco.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. In motion goes the tight end. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Butker's kick here is good, and that'll bring him back within a point.
So that gets him a little closer as he converts there, but you have to think back to the field goal he missed earlier.
Right now, that's the difference between leading and trailing. So at this moment, he's reciting that kicker's prayer that we know so well. Just give me one more shot before this one's said and done.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete. It's now second down and 20.
On the handoff, Edwards, that's strong running. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 9. They run once more with Edwards. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Holding offense.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Mahomes to throw.
Open man right side is Rice.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Mahomes to throw once more. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4.
At the Chargers' 30-yard line.
In motion, the tight end. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here.
Defense.
jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball,
Automatic first
any
down.
type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Mahomes going to throw. That escapes the sack.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Rice.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. They go back to the ground with Edwards-Helaire. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Chiefs have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
And this is the time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with the touchdown run to take the lead.
And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Possession switching back now to the Chargers. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Charger drive about to get going. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Open man is Palmer.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard.
At the 41-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Edwards. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Herbert running left off the option. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 41-yard line.
Out of the gun, Herbert.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Now it's Herbert. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line.
The Chiefs offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
Now Mahomes. Open man is Uzama. And this will leave him a yard short.
Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Finding Hardman here over the middle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In motion right, one of the tight ends.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still third down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Chiefs.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now Mahomes.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee.
Second and 11 now. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for Kansas City, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Southern California, so long, everybody.